surprise then. It's like, oh wow, they sell, this is like a shopping experience as well. I'm not just being rushed into my treatment. When I'm in the waiting area, there's crystals, there's books all about spirituality and health and fitness. You're in a spa, people, that means that client generally would like the spa environment to bring that home with them. Candles, body oil. Entering your sales era, so that entering that new mindset, adopting a new mindset about why sales are important, why this is a skill, not because it's an extension of the treatment, it is the backbone of like adding value to the client. Today I have an exciting video and lots of information for you guys, but if you have a specific question that you're struggling with that's specific to your salon, find the link down below this video for my Instagram account, because then you can DM me and I'm doing like the initial free consultation, like sales like questions. So ask me something very specific, because these videos obviously I'm trying to cover and approach like any kind of beauty, spa, medi-spa, holistic practitioners, even freelance and mobile therapists, massage therapists. So, but if you have something specific that's in your sales area, or I'll try answer that for you, because it also helps me. I'm trying to get more information about what you guys are struggling with, so my content can be more specific. Hello and welcome back. I'm doing another pod style cast video, so get your salon cleaning equipment out, your spa cleaning. If you work in a medi-spa, holistic practice, if you do reflexology or energy treatments, even if you do hair, nails, like express beauty, all this will apply to you. So I'm going to get into the video all about entering your sales era. So what does that mean? So that's literally what I did in the past, going from like a clueless, naive beauty student to out in the real world, the corporate world as well, but honing my sales skills. Why are they important? I've loads of videos about why that's important, but this is like actual how to do it. And the sales era is a lot of sales, how to sell or rebook or get repeat clients, grow your salon business if you're freelance. It's all to do with mindset, like entering your sales era. So that entering that new mindset, adopting a new mindset about why sales are important, why this is a skill, not to just like tack it on, add it on to the end of a treatment and be like, quickly, would you like to buy some products? Like that your heart and soul is in it, that it's ethical in your mind, that these products have products that you find amazing, that you believe in, treatments that you know and see have worked, and to know why the treatment is not just enough. So sales era, let's get into era. So it's an acronym for environment. So sales environment. So whether you work for somebody else or if you're freelance, setting yourself up in a sales environment. So what does that mean? It's actually looking at the customer journey. It sounds very dry, but it's like how like your client feels with you. How it's like the ecosystem, like how would a plant grow in nature if it's not supported, if it doesn't have the right soil, if it doesn't have enough sunlight, enough water, all these factors that help sales. So what helps sales is your product knowledge. A big one is your mindset and how you feel about sales. It's all to do with your energy. Loads of videos about how to show up in the right kind of sales energy, the right kind of enthusiasm. So is your environment supportive? So if nobody else in your salon is selling and here you are trying to like have commission and your manager doesn't support you or doesn't always pay you commission, or other women are jealous, or like they don't sell, you know, and you're the only one that's selling and seeing the importance of it. No, you need to all be on the same page. If that's the case, as soon as you can, cut your losses and go somewhere where you're supported, or go set up by yourself where you can try out these things. And if you're like self-motivated like that and you're very enthusiastic and you just want better for yourself, you don't want to just come in, do treatments, talk about the weather, you just see that there's so much more to treatments. You can really help people, you can really like get transformations, you can help their health. Like, you're so valuable. Look how much people pay, celebrities, how much they pay for personal trainers. It's crazy money. Why is it so important to them? Because it directly affects their job. So people's energy and their health directly affects their happiness and their contentment. Why would you not listen to your therapist, and why would you not go for the treatments? They're making you feel better. Like, for example, there's fertility reflexology. Why would you not go down that route and try that as a complementary medicine with any other medical route? Like, get the best possible chances for yourself. Or maternity reflexology afterwards, like support and help, and your health, your well-being, your mental health, all that's tied in. Your mind and body, we've definitely shown that, we've proven that the mind and body has a link. If you look at the science, you're giving people value, so that's the mindset you want. So go somewhere where your sales environment is supported. So is your workplace or you yourself getting sales training? Like, it's a new skill. Are you just expected to, like, you didn't know how to do the facial massage routine, you didn't know how to do the facial electrolysis machines, did you, from the very get-go? No, you had to be shown it. It was an actual practical skill. Then you had to do case studies, then you had to do a theory exam and a practical exam, and then you had to go live and get actual work experience on real clients, commercial clients as I call them. So yeah, do you see how, like, it's a skill? So support yourself and get the right sales environment by viewing sales as an extra skill. Why is it so important to have sales? That's your mindset behind it as well. The environment is like, so say, looking at sales as a training and getting professional resources, books, videos, coaches, mentors, all that is like, say that's the sunlight, that's of the flower, and now you're trying to grow this flower. What's the right soil? Could you put a sprinkle of, like, what's the word, like soil fertilizer? Yeah, like so your sales environment, is it supportive? Are other people selling in your clinic? Is there a proper commission structure? Something to incentivize you and motivate you, until you start to see, like, really how ethically, like, you need to sell, because it's an extension of the treatment. It is the backbone of, like, adding value to the client. Like, I get frustrated if the hairdresser just cuts my hair and lets me be, and it's like, show me how to style it, how am I going to keep this on? It's like the ultimate in customer experience. So you really need to change your mindset about that. Sales, are you biased? Have you had, like, a bad sales experience in the past? Like, somebody with bad sales skills, it'll feel sleazy. Somebody with good sales skills, it'll feel like a natural, like, this is part of the step-to-step procedure of the treatment. And why would it not be? Why would you not? You can't go to the gym once and expect to get a six-pack. So you need to go more often. So the same with spa treatments. Like, what is that person eating at home to complement their workouts? It's the same with beauty. What is that person doing at home with their skincare, or with their brows, or with anything else, their nails even? Like, they say, oh, those false nails dried out my nails and ruined my nail bed and la da 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 da. Well, yeah, but were you putting your hands into harsh cleansing chemicals in the house? Were you, like, putting cuticle oil on, like, in between getting shellac or gel nails? That's technically what you're meant to do. So as a therapist, it's your duty to be telling your clients this. Now, these are false nails we're putting on, so obviously it's a layer on top of your nail bed. Your nail growth comes from the matrix, which is just behind here, underneath the skin, the cuticle. So why don't we nourish that? Let's get some cuticle oil, quickly put it beside your bedside table at night time, so you remember, or put it in your handbag, wherever you remember. You stopped at traffic lights. That's what I used to do, put it in the car. And, like, you're after paying good money for these nails. You want them to last. I recommend acrylic nails if your hands are in and out of water and you're working a lot. Oh, you're a busy mother. Then let's look at getting you like this little habit of getting the cuticle oil is just going to make everything last longer, and then we'll book you back in 6 weeks instead of the 4, because I know you're going to use the oil in between. Your nails are going to be nourished, and we're going to go maybe like a lighter pink color, and your nail, it'll just blend, and you'll get, there'll be a little bit of a gap, but you know what, that's only up close. So like you said, your lifestyle, check if your sales environment is supportive. And if you're freelance, it means like setting up a shop area, whether that's just a shelf, but to have it like accessible to clients, not a shelf in the corner behind reception locked away in a glass cabinet. That's not interactive with clients. Could make it like a shop, like look up retail layout, and have it like you can put testers in like their empty boxes, so people see the packaging. Like, so much goes into marketing products, and just because you're holistic doesn't mean you can't sell sales products like as well. Even if you're a beautician, esthetician, think of your body treatments, and think of things like bath salts, or like if you're in a spa, that means that client generally would like the spa environment, to bring that home with them. Candles, body oils, aromatherapy, candles, diffusers. Like, think of shops like Ritual, or I'm trying to think like Lush Cosmetics, all those natural like bath bombs. Like, why are they buying them off the high street? They can be buying them specifically like source, like they're coming to you for a spa. They expect a higher, even a beauty clinic, they expect a higher knowledge of like skin or ingredients, and you're trained in that. So use that. Pick a product line that aligns with your core values, whether that's vegan, against animal testing, animal cruelty, anything like that, or natural ingredients, or you're all about high grade, pharmaceutical grade treatments that get results for like psoriasis, eczema, rosacea, skin conditions that like maybe you're a specialist in that, and you have a whole bath milk that goes with that. Or like, don't think you can't sell anything that like a health food shop can't sell. A lot of beauticians have nutritional certs, like certification in healthy nutrition, and you don't have to be like the level of a doctor to be able to recommend like these nutritional things will help you. You always emphasize like get it from your diet, obviously, and then once you're aware of a couple like complications or like contraindications, like they're on medicine, some of that can if they take regular medication, that can affect some of the nutrients or vitamin supplements that you may recommend. But people, like, a lot of times it says on the bottle as well, check with your health physician, check with your doctor first, so you can reiterate that as well. Like, people need to take their health into their own hands, but doesn't mean you can't recommend like zinc is meant to be really healing for skin. Like, think outside the box. You don't always have to have don't think only skincare can sell. Like, when I go for a massage, and then imagine it's like a whole range, it's like a surprise. Then it's like, oh wow, they sell this. Is like a shopping experience as well. I'm not just being rushed into my treatment. When I'm in the waiting area, there's crystals, there's books all about spirituality and health and fitness and body treatments, or there's like a body scrub. You can definitely get, even working with that website Etsy, you could get like a product range and put your label on it. like smelling diffusers, aromatherapy oil blends, like all that you can make very natural and very simple. Or you can like get a company in that already does all that. So like lip balms, like that's something definitely you could always pick up and need. And I have a video all about like those purchases at the till, those impulse purchases, last minute point of sale purchases. So do you see how all this is setting you up to sell, setting up the shop environment? And if you work in a clinic where everything, yes, they're very expensive and you want to keep the stock safe, so you'll have it in like a cabinet with a lock on it, but because you've invested a lot to get this stock in. But you could definitely do like tester products, like a small sample, or sometimes a lot of companies, they incentivize you. If you sell products, they'll give you testers. So pick a range or work with the company, that the skincare line or the body line, or especially if you're sourcing everything yourself and you're a freelance reflexologist, that, or Reiki practitioner, like you could be selling crystals, books, what else, like people want like incense burners. People want to be able to pick these things up because they're not always available, and if they're after coming all the way out in person to you, or you're mobile, just because you're a mobile technician doesn't mean you can't. A mobile therapist can sell as well. Have your little like samples, and if it means having to order, which isn't great, people like to take there and then, but if you have candles, you could have samples and say, oh, I customize these for you, so I can drop this back out to you. And then that way, like, you're interacting with that person not just for the treatment, also 2 or 3 times, like messages saying it's about to be delivered, or if it's worth your while to go back out and hand deliver the candle that they bought, that you customize with the label, or you customize the smell, or the lip balm, or something. Like if you're doing mobile pamper party, like beauty parties for kids, little girls, or like lip balms, tinted lip balms that make them feel like they're wearing lipstick, and little play natural eyeshadow, that kind of thing. And yeah, so outsource a lot of that from companies that have done their research on the ingredients so that they're generally safe, and check with your insurance what you can and can't sell. But like something like a candle, if you have the correct sticker on it, the sticker that says, like, you know, keep the flame away, like a health and safety type sticker, keep the flame away, like common sense stuff, which isn't that common, but like anything to help you with the insurance. So like give your insurance company a quick call. That's what they're there for. You're paying them, so ask, say, I want to start selling, I am a mobile therapist and I want to start selling these products. Like that's helping you. Your environment is helping you. Who's there to support you? Is it your boss that's you're doing a commission structure with them to incentivize you to sell? Is it the product line that maybe they can help you with promotional material, leaflets and posters and signs, and you should be getting all that from them. You're helping them sell as well. Samples, or even like empty boxes. If you've used the product yourself, keep the packaging in the box, and or like a price list, or have an online shop as well. So your environment could be online. What are these structures that can support you to really sell more? And if your boss, or you're working for somebody and they're not really that encouraging, you'd have to go to them and be like, say I'm learning sales, I want to progress in my career. Like, see if they're open to it. If you come with like a business plan, a business model for them, basically encourage them to not tuck away the products in behind. People want to be interactive. Just think sales environment, sales era, so E for environment. It's also E for expert. Are you seen as the expert in the client's eyes? So I've did a video all about specializing like picking a speciality works really well in the health beauty sector, like one treatment and do it really, really well. Or if you do have that broader skill set, like waxing nails, spray tan, a lot more than one treatment, like it all comes under the beauty. I understand how it's all linked. If you can do brows, you tend to be able to do makeup well, and it's linked, but you still, is your salon or your clinic seen as the expert? Is it seen of a high standard? Are all the treatments that you do of the same standard? Is the decor and the equipment you use, is that of a high standard as well? Can people tell by like your uniform and your cleanliness and your personal grooming as well that you represent, like you eat, live, breathe the beauty industry, that you are the expert because you use these products anyway? It's like when you do genuinely live that, it shows through your own skin, it shows through your own like just that you have experience in the industry. It shows in the way you talk. It's that subtle subconscious confidence that comes through, and you're seen as the expert. So you know your skill really well. It's like you're able to talk and do your skill. You're able to like do a really well standard. It's just, you can see it in people's actions, their body language. So keep practicing, become the expert at your skill, and that adds to the sales environment. So all this, that's even just the first part of sales era, is that E element, the letter E element, and environment, expert, getting experience in your skill. Just think of anything E related and have that all set up in the background before you even the client experience, the client journey, as in how are they finding out about your salon, is the booking system a good process, all this before they've even arrived. So do you see how you're setting yourself up for a good sale? We haven't even approached how to sell in the treatment and how to talk to the client, and all this helps. Your sales will come really naturally if you focus on this element first. Put the groundwork in. So get yourself that E element, this environment element, the expert skills, and the work experience all behind you. Then build the sales skill as like the advanced esthetician skill on top of that. Now we're going to move on to sales era, the OR. So that is going to be like building rapport, building a relationship with the client. So the relationship with the client starts before they've even stepped foot in your salon. It starts with their friend talking about where they had their treatment done, their friend talking about the day spa they've been to or the health spa experience recently. Then the client's interest is piqued, and maybe they'll then later on see an ad for your spa, and then it might take them a couple of like interactions, a couple of funnels as they call it, a couple of like marketing impressions before they'll actually go and book, and then they book in. So all this is part of the client relationship before they've stepped foot in the door. And then it's much, much harder to sell if you have to backtrack and counteract a bad experience the client had booking in, or think of or for reception as well. Like what is happening before you, the therapist, meet this person. And even this applies if you're a one-man show as well, a one-lady show, a one-person show. So do you see how it's the relationship building and the first impressions as well? It's if there's two staff members giddy at reception and like having a chit chat and office gossip, and the receptionist there trying to book you in and talk about like, here's your intake form, here's your consultation form, please fill this out, all this personal data, all this like detail about medical history and stress level, and you're there, and it needs to be like a professional, calm environment. It's all about setting the correct tone that the reception is really important as well. And the reception also meaning basically the welcome. What is the welcome to the client? What is the first impressions? What is the vibe, the smell? Are you like appealing to their senses? Visually, like what are they met with? You have to think of all these details, literally walk through your own clinic repeatedly to pick up details, get fresh eyes from like family and friends, tell them to be super critical, come to the salon, book through online, see if that works. Really take the time to build that and work on the client relationship, which is basically customer journey, client experience. I have a video all about the links in the chain, so it's a knock-on effect. If one link, one part of that customer journey works well, it'll be more positive. It's all this subconscious, like all that will help the sale as well. And it's all about giving value and a good treatment. So even if sales is not the main outcome, sales is like a natural progression, it'll just happen. If all these things are in place, and it's home care, it's just literally, like I said before, it's an extension of the treatment. So it's just their home care. It's like what you send them home with, what you recommend for them to extend the results. So it's all putting this in your mind that it is part of the treatment. So all these steps aren't to like unethically like get more sales out of people and work this like sales psychology. No, it's literally adding value. It's making your treatment different and getting the client better results. Your treatment is going to last longer. They're going to feel really valued and heard. And these were my concerns when I came in, even if it was just for relaxation. But even if a client says relaxation, it's like, well, you could have gone for a walk in the park, you could have gone anywhere else. Why did you choose to come to a spa? You clearly have like an affinity with spas, or you do enjoy that world. So there is like a small interest. There's a bit more behind that. Oh, I'm just here to relax. So don't always take that comment or sales objection, as you could call it, at first glance. No, I'm just here to relax. But we're also there to get you results. We're also there to give you an amazing experience, to get you to come back again if you've had a great experience. Rebooking or repeat customer is also a sale. Upgrading the treatment. If you're here to enjoy yourself and relax, okay, you're in house now and you're right in front of me in the spa. I'm going to figure out what else your concerns are, or your wants or wishes, and we'll add that. Let's upgrade that treatment that's specific to you. I can only upgrade when you're in front of me and I'm doing the consultation. Well, sometimes people like the sound of upgrades and they want that extra. If you offer like, this is the basic package, then you have a mid-range, mid-price point package, or or then you have the ultimate luxury package. So some people will I always go for the best. So if you offer 3 options, that's a really good way to build good relationship, because it's like, it's putting the responsibility on the client, as in they've chosen this. This is how we can do the treatment in these three different styles. A standard package. But some people, they're like, oh, I don't want to feel like just bog standard. But if somebody's on a budget, they might appreciate, okay, I know what I'm getting. There is upgrade options. I'm going to work towards that. So if they've a great experience with the standard package or the standard day spa treatment package, can you see the psychology behind it? Most people will pick the mid-range point, but that mid-range point is your treatment with an upgrade. So this is really good when you're planning your treatments or offering the client consultation. So client consultation, like your intake form, meeting them at reception, and this is the key point of building rapport and trust. So all these factors are in place, and then it's your tone of voice. How do you meet and greet your client? How do you go to reception to collect them? How do you make them feel welcome? How do you receive them? How reception literally as well. So are you listening to their concern? Are you doing open-ended questions? Not like, don't get them just sitting there saying yes, no. Like, what has brought you in today? You've chosen this treatment. Am I right in assuming that you chose a facial today? Does that mean your skin is your main concern? Just see how they might say, oh, no, I just like the massage part. Oh, okay, so it's actually your shoulders and your neck muscles that are bothering you, and you've come to relax as well. So this is a skin treatment. How we work is we thoroughly go through a skin analysis and analyze your skin and your skin texture. Then we do, but today you're saying you really want to focus on your shoulders, so I will spend a few extra minutes on the massage. What we can do, because it's about the relaxation today, let's add in some hot stones. It's a little upgrade in the treatment. It costs a little bit extra, but it's going to give you that extra feel of pamper, relaxation. Hot stones, 1 stroke of hot stones is equivalent to 10 manual massage strokes, just by once placing those warm stones in terms of the blood flow and circulation to the muscles. So it's more impactful than the massage that I do, and I can leave you a good while, do a little bit extra timing. Since you're not too focused on the skin today, I will take more time for the massage. How do you feel about that? Have I understood you correctly? Are you on board? Okay, brilliant. Let me get those ready for you. You lie on the treatment couch like that. Do you see how you're talking to them like a friend, but with a professional tone? You're building trust and rapport. You're adding in a tiny bit of product knowledge, a tiny bit of like, yeah, I am the expert. But you're letting them talk, open-ended questions. You are receiving their main concern, like you're reading their body language, and then your tone has to be friendly, professional. Slow down your tone and like the pace at which you ask them the questions. I know I spoke quite fast there, but it's all these messages together. So it's not just one thing that will get you the sale. It's not just one question. It's how you show up. It's your energy. It's the environment. All these small little factors. So I've listed about 10 different things there that could influence the sale. So set yourself up for success by looking at your sales era, your environment, which is your mindset, and your physical environment supporting you for the sale. Then look at the relationship with the client. Are you seen as the expert? Are you building rapport and trust with them? Is their reception welcome? How is your booking system? All this before you even go to sell, before you even directly ask for a sale. And that's actually moving on to my next point, sales era. The A part is asking and closing for a sale. So I call it asking because it's a joint venture with the client. It's a agreement with the client. You've shown the value. It's a natural progression if you talk about the benefits of the product. It doesn't have to be a physical product. Remember I said about the benefits to the client if they were to come back for a different type of treatment that's more specific for their concern, and they were only able to find that out because they came in today. So asking them to return, asking them, inviting them to come back. I have lots of videos about how to get them repeat clients and customers to rebook back in, and that really fills up your column. Instead of going out and trying to constantly search for new clients, create loyal customers that appreciate your work. So the asking is also the sale. If they appreciate the treatment, so that has to be top service, top quality service. They appreciate it, they see the value, you've explained the benefits of the treatment. So not just throwing product knowledge at them, that's called features. That's the features of a product, or the features of So getting them to come back in or getting them to do a course, you've explained to them, if they actually book in for 3 or 4 reflexology treatments or 3 or 4 back massages instead of just the one, here are the benefits to that. Like going to the gym, you won't see a difference. Your toxins in your shoulder are really bad, or if you're doing like a body wrap, body scrub on them, this is your main concern, we have a home care kit, but do try come back in because the XYZ, like give them the benefits. If the client really appreciates everything, their whole client journey has been amazing, the treatment has been outstanding, the way you interacted with them, with your tone, your body language, your professionalism, every step of the way, they appreciate all the value. You're giving them value by exchanging that energy, by exchanging your knowledge and skills, that when you show somebody so much attention, they naturally want to reciprocate. It's like how a YouTube works. You give people so much. People are always like, oh, don't, why are they giving away so many free things? It's like you're giving them value that they really can see your expertise. So when you ask for the sale, you say, as in, will I put those products behind the till for you to collect on the way out? Are these the type of products you could see yourself using? How else could you ask for the sale? It comes naturally. If they start saying, and how much are they? They're not having always a price objection. They're actually, it's like a natural, like, come on, we're trying to close this. Like, so I've explained, I've done your skin analysis and I've explained all the products to you. Is there anything else I can do for you today? It's like a natural, like, rounding up. But some people like to ask really directly if you have a great relationship with the client and it's friendly, and therapists are naturally really welcoming and warm, most of them. So it's like if they show their real passion and their real knowledge, it's like when you go to ask for that sale confidently, it's because you believe in the product. It's like you need to, we spoke about your concerns and you were worried about this, I know how to solve it. Here you're coming to, I'm seen as the expert, so you come to me for advice. The same way you would you would listen if your car broke down and the mechanic was talking. The same way you would listen if you're booked in with a nutrition specialist or an allergy test. Like, you listen because you want this problem or you want this need solved. So people come to the spa for what? To either relax and switch off, which is to do with stress levels. So they have stress in their system. Why else do they need to relax? So the stress has impact on their body, and you're going to solve that, or solve the symptoms of that stress. Because you mightn't be able to solve the root cause of their stress there and then, unless you're doing like energy treatments, like Reiki and like that. You need to do a course of them because you explain to them the limitations of the treatment. Like going to the gym, it's not going to be one gym session and there you go, you're a bodybuilding expert. So to conclude, it's like if they appreciate you, then asking for the sale, if you do that, it's done calmly and confidently, and it's like the next final step. So yes, you can literally learn off a script and learn off a couple of phrases of let me put those items in a bag for you, will you take those items home today, how much are those items, they might ask, and you go, you might say like, there's a price list at reception, or because it's not about the price. If they're asking too much about like, oh, the price as in, that's them checking for the value. So the price question, sometimes you have to gauge it. Is it like trying to move the conversation along? So say something like, oh, skin cleansers are in around 30. If you're on a budget today, definitely just take this middle product. If you're like, take this serum, it's more concentrated. If you're really serious about getting these results, come back in and get the rest. So it's like you're trying to say to them, we just spoke about the results. All these products, they work. I've simplified the routine as much as I could, but these are the ones that you need to take home because they work together. Step 1, 2, 3. So if you're only going to buy one step, you're going to have to come back in anyway. So like if you're on a really, really tight budget, at least take this one away with you today, because then you can go home and work on your main skin concerns. Or skin is the main one where like a lot of products, but that's also products. It doesn't always have to be products. It can be rebooking. It can be like I said, the spa, like people who like spas, they tend to like the home decor and all these little extra products. And don't forget, point of purchase sale at reception when they're checking out, or if you're like a one-man show, you then go to take the payment, or normally you get a deposit for a treatment so that they value your time, and then they're paying the balance. So that you don't have no-show people or like people running late. They take it a lot more serious if it's like, well, I need to like put on the heating and set up this clinic, so I do need to take a deposit. I have to rent that treatment room. It just adds a lot more weight and professionalism to your treatment. So when you're going to collect the rest of the money or the payment of the treatment, point of sale purchases are those like little novelty products like lipstick, makeup, small, like €5, €10, like small purchases that are like impulse buys at reception, at the till, at the checkout. Like you can set that up even if you're a freelance solo, even if you're a mobile beautician. To take 10-15 minutes, you arrive early, say I'm just setting up, and then you have a little like display with a price list and with like a little display of samples and have products there with you. So the asking is asking for a sale. You can be direct, but it comes honestly with all these other steps. It's just literally a natural progression. Are you happy with those today? That's all you have to say. If it's like, because you hand them the products, that even that can be a close, or them saying, okay, yeah, I understand. Are they okay with you? Yeah, sometimes people get what's happening. They like, don't underestimate the customer, and you don't have to learn. Make it natural, like all these scripts and all these. It's totally overcomplicated. Asking for the sale. It's not this sleazy, like pushy sales pitch. You don't have to do a sales pitch if you've looked at your sales era, your mindset, everything else that goes before actually asking and closing, and the vibe and the energy you show up. Like if you went to a doctor's or a consultant or a specialist, like you're going to listen to what they have to say. So it's the same with your beauty treatments. Don't undervalue like the impact of like the reason why people get their nails done, or express beauty, or like what you would consider superficial. Oh, you can't compare a medical treatment and a medical doctor specialist to a beautician doing nails. And you're like, but it's the impact on how that person feels. Them getting the nails, like elevate it, make it an experience from start to finish. It's their grooming, yes, it's their like little treat, a little cheer me up, but it can be a whole experience. And it can be an educational session about nail care, and like if they regularly get grooming done, and they regularly get these like waxing, beauty, lashes, brow, skin treatments, then they actually have an interest. They have an interest. They value this. They value the effects, the visual. So it's not this superficial, oh, this treatment, it's just superficial. Like the brows, it's how they make the person feel, that they value that feeling of my brows are done. It means less time in the morning with brows, add structure to your face. All these things that make it like, this is how you can look after your brows in between. We make it a whole experience. We're growing out your brows like a brow artist. It's not a nail, you're not a nail tech, you're a nail artist. It's a whole skill, a whole range of like just elevate it more and value and put your treatment on a pedestal. Like, we're here to do your brows today, we're going to tint and shape them and thread them, but I'm going to show them the white lines that you're painting to show them the structure. And over long term, if you stick with me for 3 to 4 kind of brow sessions, do you see where I'm going with the type of brow that would suit you? You have arched brows, you have longer elongated, you have rounded brows, but what would really help your face shape is if we structured them a bit more. I'm going to do that by letting them grow out. With this growth serum, we're going to tint them to add like depth, but you need to come back regularly. Come back to me in 2 weeks, and so I can keep at that shape. And then if you do that a few times, eventually we can space out those treatments. You'll almost get a month in between your brows, because I'm going to show you then what to do at home. So you need to buy this tweezers because blah 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 blah, or like this serum and this pencil. You're going to fill them in between, because we're trying to get them to grow, so you have to work with me. But they're your brows, like it. And if you regularly get beauty treatments, you value brows and the look and the effect of what it does for you, and the benefits of quicker daytime, more structure to your face, more like it makes you feel put together. Like, how can you put a price on feeling better about yourself? Like, and taking pride in your appearance and grooming and self-care and taking that time out and attention. People spend how much on going for, I've had this analysis before, going for like a meal in a restaurant. Like, it's food, you could cook it at home, but why do you go to the restaurant? For atmosphere. You go for a more elevated experience than just cooking at home. Obviously home cooked meals can be great as well, but do you see the relevance? Do you see, like, they could do those brows at home and follow a YouTube tutorial, or they could go to the expert, get a whole experience, get set up properly, have their brows grow out, do it once and for all, and then do the little YouTube tutorials at home in between. But you know what, they just love it, the effect of the professional standard, and they just love this. So to see how the depth of, there's so much more to beauty treatments. So asking and closing for the sale is a natural progression. Sales are an extension of treatment, and then asking them and explaining to them about, this is what's going to help you at home. It's going to extend the effects of the treatment. You came in for this reason, and here's the solution, here's the knowledge, and you've seen the effects literally today. We literally demonstrated the effects. So this all adds value. So it's having that confidence in your treatment and your skill, and stacking. I call it links in the chain for the customer experience, as in one link leads on to the next link, and if one link gets broken along the way. But if you look at sales era, as in stacking these levels, so look at environment first, then look at your relationship with the client directly, and then approach the asking and closing for the sale. So I hope all this mindset has helped. It's probably a lot of information, so it takes a while to integrate all this and embody it and show up like this to the client all the time. So give yourself some grace, give yourself some practice time, practice on friends and family. But honestly, with this type of mindset, you don't need so many like sales. They overcomplicate. You don't need that much sales training if you approach it with these kind of mindsets, which this mindset comes natural. Like, I used to be a therapist, so I get the way you think. It's like your heart is in the right place. You just need to also get that kind of sprinkle of business mind behind you, as in, you can't offer this treatment for free. Money is just an exchange for the treatment. It's just a tool to exchange it. Ask yourself as well, are you a little bit biased? Could these treatments, do you think they're overpriced, or would you pay that? Do you agree with these products? It's very hard to sell products you don't believe in. It's very hard to sell because it just shows like just find something. If you have to sell a particular product line, and maybe you're all about vegan and natural and this uses animal ingredients, like try find something about the product that you do like, and then try work on getting your salon to bring in products you do agree with in the long term, or focus on something positive about those products. If you can find anything like, oh, they actually use soybean dye for the writing on the packaging. That sounds really extreme, but it's like it's something ethical in the company as well that like you can get on board with. Or like if you don't like certain ingredients in makeup, you can like try bring in like mineral makeup or natural makeup, or like focus on the skincare element of like, okay, the makeup range is full of chemicals and you don't agree with that. Focus on the primer or focus on the tinted moisturizer. Do you know what? That has SPF and it has skincare, vitamin E ingredients, and it has, find something. So I hope all this was helpful. I hope it inspires you. Listen to more of my videos that like they explain it in more detail, and have them playing in the background. Play it in your car on your way to work. Play it in like you're cleaning up the salon, and let it play in the background. And pop in the comments below if you have a specific question, because I'm sure other therapists have the same question. Like if you say, I keep coming across this question from clients, I keep coming across this objection from clients, and I'll answer it and tackle it for you. If you've made it this far, thank you for listening. I'll see you in the comments down below this video.